Hey everybody, this is Apathetic for GeekRage.com. This is the third day of my 30-day adventure of returning to UO Hybrid. I actually had a lot of trouble finding fights today. It was my first during the week run, but after about 20 minutes of running around, this guy comes in. He attacks me out of absolutely nowhere, which is very cool. I like this guy's style. No hesitation, right in for combat. I noticed pretty early on here that axe doesn't hit all that hard, so I got a little bit cocky just standing around casting spells. And once I jump in and see what his loot looks like, I decide that I should probably let this one get away and res him up. And he was a really cool guy. I told him I'd be posting this PvP video, and he seemed like he'd probably jump on and check it out. But, I loot him up, and he comes back, and I talk to him for a minute, and he decides he wants to fight again. So he attacks me again, and we go at it a second time here. Normally I wouldn't post both of them, but like I said, I had a lot of trouble finding fights today. But hopefully now in the future it'll pick up. I think I need to start going to new locations here to find my PvP, because the only really real fight I ended up finding was in Delucia, and I got ganked while I was there, which you'll see a little bit later here. I talked to him for a little bit and let him know that I'm going to be posting this video, and seems like he wanted to get a victory on it, so he comes at me for a second time through. We battle again, and just make sure he doesn't have any reflect. I missed my macro for weaken and cast strength, so I dropped that on myself. Give him the weaken, and I start with the dump after I wrap this tree, hoping that he'll run past me. Which he doesn't. I end up eating my own pot here, interrupting myself. If there's one thing I could get better at, it would be to stop interrupting myself with my pots. And there he goes with the lightning finish. And, I res him up again. I let him know that I gotta go, and I hit the road and move on. Again, I've only got 3 total fights on this video after an hour of running around doing nothing but looking for combat. But it is a Monday, and this is my first video that I've done during the week, so hopefully it was just bad luck. This right here is a little embarrassing from my part. I see this guy hop in here, he tries to get out, I get the interrupt off, and then I try to finish him immediately, thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking here. I throw a pot early and try to block him, and he just runs by. I just wasted more than half of my mana. So as opposed to just trying to pot him down, I just run with him and see what he does, if he has a house or anything like that. And I think he realizes there's nowhere he can really go while I'm not casting any spells or anything. So I'm just running around trying to get my mana back together. And he loads up, and I know that as soon as I see that he's not throwing pots at all, I know that it's nothing I need to be concerned about. And then I start thinking here that he's trying to make me use up all of my cure pots, so I even start casting cure to make sure he doesn't call in and catch me with a FS poison sink. Then he starts to try to 5x me for some reason, which is also funny because I actually have potions, but really I'm just waiting till I build up some mana here. And I tell him that I like him, I like his style, I like the fact that he tried to get offensive there even though he doesn't have any potions on him, which is almost impossible. If you are fighting anybody even remotely good and you do not have potions, it's just not very likely. Unless you catch a really late stun and have lightning wands on you, but as I have said in the past, I have no wands on me for any of these combats. I'm not in Skype, I don't have anyone running with me, I don't have a party going. If I have a party going, people will just jump in on my Salos, so I try to keep it as solo as I can. Finally get mana up, grab a stun, throw an easy pot combo at him. And then we go with the magic arrow pot combo for the finish. Oh, I threw a lightning. Well, there you go. Then I finish him up right here. Again, I check his bag, absolutely no potion. Well, he had some cures and refreshes, but no explos, no heals. Well, there are heals in there too, just no explos. If you're not throwing explos in a 1v1 in the field, it's just not very likely to happen. And I'm just not going to be concerned in a fight against you. He was a nice guy, though. I took him up to the healer, I let him get rezzed up, I let him loot his own stuff, and called it a day. So, in an effort to find a fight here, while my hour was running up, I run into Del. I see Crippy here, I attack him immediately. He was gray, so I figured that blue was attacking him, but I was mistaken. It turned out that all three of them were together, and they took the opportunity to chase me around for an extended period of time while I yell at them that they should 1v1 me. So I break down here through town, hoping to dissuade their chase, maybe get them to, or at least get them to stop throwing pots, which they did do, because they didn't want to get guard whacked. I try to pull a little maneuver here, a little in and out juke, but the other two are sitting there waiting for me. I guess I forgot that they were there. I should have went straight through that cave. If I'd busted all the way through that cave, I'm sure I could have got Crippy solo and gotten a nice 1v1. So I can see now that I'm not going to break away from all three. So I start spamming my just 1v1, don't be scared macro, and farting, just trying to throw the idea out there that maybe we should all stop and two of us should 1v1 instead of the three of them lightning wanding and potting me down. They don't take to the idea. They just continue pursuit relentlessly. I tried to come up here and get an invis in the spawn, but they interrupted me with what I think was a weaken there, and so I try to break up. I'm thinking here that I'm going to grab a teleport over here at the teleport spot. I went for the double move. There's only one spot you can click up here to make this teleport successfully, and I unfortunately whiff. He comes up and hits me in this corner and stuns me. So I refresh run through him, hoping I can break away. I haven't seen the other two, and of course, as soon as I go back to where I was, there they are waiting for me. I refresh right through this guy and try to break out the other way. But at this point, it's pretty clear that I'm probably not going to be getting away from this combat, and I bring it all home for myself by eating my own pot right there, and that's pretty much a guaranteed done and done. And there it is. Well, that was my fight for today. I had a hard time finding combat today, but that's all right. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys join us at geekrage.com/forums. Have a great one. Thanks.